Alright, hello. You might have noticed the difference here. I was so excited to start with this. I mean, my device is kind of low on battery right now as well, but I I told myself no way. I've got to finish at least the first four as quickly as I can. And this is an LCD filter that I use. What it does, like when you have an actual system in front of your face, like how the LCD screen looks when you're staring at it, you can see some of the pixels slightly, is a really cool. It looks nice though, because I'm still running, I'm still upscaling whilst this filter is on, so it gives it a real system look. And another something that I every episode of the forgetting to say, we had that annoying like the controller was like clicking whenever it was trying to, like, the rapid left right and that this game allows. So I'm using my Nintendo Switch 1 Pro controllers. The Switch 2 Pro controllers aren't compatible, with a lot of, not as yet, right? But I'm using the Switch 1 controllers because these are way more quiet, and yeah, I thought it sounded really annoying to me, so I wouldn't want that in my video anyways. And if you hear a noise in the background, dogs and stuff, yeah, home sound effects. Well, that's an actual dog, there's no sound effects. But yeah, we're gonna take on the special cut. Let's get this on. Let's get on with this. Yeah. Yeah, this is one of my favorite Mario Kart. This is one of my favorite Mario Kart tracks, to be sure. Because of the nature of this device, the native resolution, the frame rate, everything, this system is pushing this game a lot already. So I think LCD is definitely enough. LCD is enough for sure. Alright, let's go. You might hear it a bit now, I don't know, it's daytime, and the ear pressure and like the white noise, the background noise and stuff is way different during the daytime. So if you do hear the controller, I do apologize, but this is the very same controller that I was using for those past 2 episodes just now. So yeah, I'm doing my best here. I really am. Hopefully you don't hear it because it's kind of clicky right now. It is. Dying daytime, ear pressure, white noise, shit. Alright, oh my god. Alright. I'm gonna drift here, see if we can get a little more ahead. Alright, that's fine. That is fine. If you tell me if you like the LCD, you like the LCD filter, then I do. So whatever I like, I'm going to put into my videos. Is then, that's what any YouTuber should do. It's about expressing yourself. That's what YouTube always was made for in the first place. Not just mimicking others and trying to get views. So I like this LCD display a lot. It's not necessarily an upscale. The game is still going to look somewhat like it originally does. And my idea for doing this series over again, was to upscale. But if someone says that, it just makes more sense to upscale in the first place with the filter instead of doing a just LCD display filter, then whatevs. But my mind is telling me maybe this is the best way to do this, because a lot of programs don't have this, devices, whatever you would say. So to me, in a sense, this is in its own way, this is a dang like remaster to me. Yeah, it's like you're looking at the dang actual screen of a DS. It'll give you that old classic feel. I've still got a working one, but this is still special to me. I can play anything on this thing in LCD. I guess I'm one of those types now. I didn't even know that about myself. Like, just having a display like look like the actual screen is so exciting to me. I guess I like finer details then. That's my personality type for sure. No, I know. I like finer details. This LCD, this is exciting. Thinking about all the games that I could play on here. Monster Hunter Prime Hunters. Oh my god, what the fuck is just what did I just say? Monster Hunter Prime Hunters. Metroid Prime Hunters, being that Metroid Prime 4 is, launching soon. and just about everyone has played the original on GameCube. A lot of people don't even know that that exists. That's like Metroid Prime on a Nintendo DS, people, and it isn't a bad game. It's like actually really good. And not only that, one of the characters from that game, that DS Metroid Prime, is who shows up in the Metroid Prime 4 trailer. That's like, yeah. I'm not gonna say the name or anything for people who don't like spoilers. I'm gonna respect y'all. But yeah, at least it's a character from that game. If you wanna, you know, experience that story for yourself, you can go ahead and play it. Or maybe later down the road, after I finish these Mario Kart playthroughs, I would start that. And it's going to be interesting because by the time I finish all these, like 150, I'm going to do 100 from the beginning and then all the way back up, and then 150. By the time I get all these finished, like Metroid Prime 4 is going to be just about released anyway, just about to launch. So it's going to be perfect timing, I guess. Perfect timing. 3, 2, 1. If you'd rather the upscale, do say it in the comments. How many votes I get, then I just, you know, think about if I continue this LCD display for like YouTube or not. I'm gonna definitely use it on my own time for sure. But yeah, got some games I want to play like this for sure. Tales of Innocence, if you know not what that is. The Tales of Exilia that launched recently on Nintendo Switch 1 and playable on Switch 2. The Tales of Exilia remastered. The same people that the same game series, but DS title called Tales of Innocence. That's one of the best RPG games that I've played. The story is fully voice acted. Let's just say that, and the story is surprisingly good, like really good. I played an English translation, and the stuff could be added there, people, but I'm quite sure I trust that those people translated that game to the T as much as possible for an English translation. Like, it is what the characters were saying to a T, and that game has a really good story. I know so well also because, you know, eventually we also got the English port for the PS Vita called Tales of Innocence R, and it is the same. It's impressive what they did for that DS game. I think about playing that at some point as well for YouTube, for you viewers, and it could shed a light on a lot of stuff that we lost when it comes to quality in recent games, because I think developers now are focusing more on graphics than anything else. Not really Nintendo. Nintendo are always focused on, and they keep that as a cultural thing. They focus on their story, their characters, their development, and people would say that makes no sense, but then graphics comes after. And I believe that's how you should make any video game, because it's really about immersion, isn't it? You're supposed to be immersed in this world, and you lose that immersion when the story isn't too good, when it's like just half done. Like, people are complaining about Pokemon Legends ZA, but people are not ready. People are not ready. There's like another section of that set to be released, I think, later this year into next year. And that is going to blow people's minds, man, because that's going to get you ready for the future Pokemon games and the black and white remakes, and that's going to be intense. No, that's all I know. But anyway, this first track is complete. Drop that there. This doesn't defend us, but we're going to drop this right here. Yeah. This LCD display is awesome. But what I found it does, though, like, because I have my device, you know, for battery reasons and other things, I have my device brightness all the way down. It definitely treats your screen like an actual DS screen, because like, dang, I can barely see a thing with this brightness turned down. It's daytime as well, but my brightness is down and it's daytime. Sunny light of the sun is beginning to shine into my room, and this is definitely amazing. I like this a lot. It's not like how it was with the DS Lite and beyond. The DS Lite, they got better screens. This looks more like how the display looked on the old DS, the first Nintendo DS that they had. This is how the screen looks. I never had one. By the time I got one, I got the DS Lite, but I had a friend at school years back. He had an old blue fat DS, and I just wanted to, because it was, you know, not to make fun of it or anything, but I was like, I was so curious to see how my Pokemon Black looks in this. Like, dude, can I? He was like, alright, yeah, no problem. And I was playing for like a few hours on it in Pokemon Black, and I was like, whoa. This is supposed to be an older screen, but I like this more than my DS. You know, my colors are popping and it's brighter and stuff like that, but something about that, you know, I guess the you know, being fascinated with this LCD screen is, you know, like when you look at comic books, you know, I read a lot of comic books. My mother, she, you know, did some shopping in town and stuff back in the day when it was like a low type, and sometimes she would just like leave me in one of the malls upstairs, like where the comics were, the books were, and I read a lot of comics, and I liked the art a lot. I stared at those pixels. I still call them pixels. I know they're not pixels, but I call them real world pixels because it looks similarly to that. Like when you look at the art done for comic books and stuff, the little like dot connected dots to create the colors for the whatever's on the page. Old LCDs look the very same way. So it's like looking at a comic book, but something physical in front of your eyes. So I just like that a lot for some reason. Yeah, I like the LCD display feature filter a lot. It reminds me of the comic book era, and I had a lot of good memories back then as well. Like I you know, every human being who has emotions, because you know, back then, unless you had a really, you know, I don't want to trigger anybody, but your childhood is supposed to be happy. So yeah, I really like this filter a lot. I've got games to play here now. I wasn't encouraged before because I don't know why, but the whole blown out colors, bright, and it just looked unnatural to me. Like it didn't follow the art that was in play, that was intended. I would say, like looking at these games, I really like Pokemon Black and White, but for some reason the newer screens, you know, everything is digital now, and there's no way to get that, you know, real system feel or look again other than doing this, to be honest. The games were made, let me look at it this way, I'm gonna explain it for you, right? So whenever people are just like developing a game, they're going to develop the characters and the colors and stuff like that to look best when run on the actual system. They're making it for something that you're holding in your hand, right? So believe it or not, the game is going to look its best in that LCD display because that's what it's made for. The Nintendo DS launched years ago, and ever since, like we're in 2025 now, there's, you know, these games are rare. There's really no way to get the original system that easily. Everything is like, these things are expensive. So to get a system feature just a filter over your screen, and you can have that same experience just on a newer device, it is very intriguing, to be honest. I like it a lot. Yeah. So I feel a bit more, the correct word is satisfied now. This is a freaking thing. This is so amazing, man. This is so amazing. This is how it is on an actual DS. I'm curious to see how this video looks. Like, I'm so dang curious. Yeah. Watch it. Watch it. Oh my god, Bowser. What? Alright, we're gonna get ahead. No worries. I'm good enough at this. Hopefully. That never happened to me as much playing on the system. Ooh, bullet bill. Never give me a bullet bill in my Kart DS. Like, you ain't getting first, for sure. All these dying excuse me, no offense, 2025, but all these dying heavy characters. This is annoying. I want my first place again in front of me to hit me with a shell. Is that it, Wario? Not that easy, bud. Watch it. Watch it. Alright. So, this dying heavy Bowser in our faces, like I was explaining before. Yeah, never drive behind a racer that has items that's like waiting to be pummeled, right? You're just looking for trouble if you do that. So this person here first is like far ahead of us. I don't have a red shell. Game gave me a green. Alright. Dang, alright. So I'm watching the bottom of the screen, you know. You can see items on the road and stuff at the bottom screen. Yeah, that was a blue shell. Did my eyes deceive me? Oh no, no. When you hit boosts and stuff, there are like ear streak animations that go over, like, you know, just animating like wind passing you. And I just swore that was a blue shell. I was like, whoa, let me break. But nah, that wasn't. So right here, the tip of the loop. It happened to me already playing DS years back. If you hit on an item there at the center of that loop, you actually fall off into space. So attention to detail, huh? Really, really cool. So if you know about that, you could drop an item in the middle of that loop there. Like when you get to the point where the camera isn't looping for like a slight moment, you're at the center of the loop. And when you get right there, like if I fall on something right there, right, it happened, and you get put back onto the track like right before the loop. I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't even know. I forgot I dropped that there. It was me, right? So watch it, Mario. Come on. Yeah, luckily I had a red shell there. Like trying to get. Oh my god, game. Oh my god, the timing. Like every last lap you get hit with a blue shell is so annoying. Yeah, I'm annoyed. If I go pause this and like what I did in the older games, I had to. That'd be so annoying because I'm supposed to be good at this. Oh, that is a blue shell, bro. That is a blue shell. Come on, let's boost. Get ourselves ahead because these CPU being dying like good all of a sudden. Please, please, please. What the hell? Hit him, please. Go. Dang it. These games are stressful sometimes. Come on, give me draft rules. Yeah, what the hell, game? Maybe to stop me from falling off. Maybe it was lucky there. Who knows? Come on. Can't let him get a draft this time. No way. Can't allow him to. Alright, drift. I'll play it properly here. These CPU getting oddly good. So let's go. Come on. Drop that there. Hope that they fall off. Because they're too good now. I don't know what's this. Maybe the Matrix sees the LCD and thinks I'm playing on a system and that's like old as hell. And it's being harsh on me or some shit. But we made it! Still got first place! Yeah! Alright. So on to the award ceremony. It's called in GameCube. Not sure what they're going to call it here. This is struggling? I'm using... Alright, what am I using? I'm using 4X. Am I should be using 2X. Alright, this LCD. And yeah, just thinking about the settings that I have here for this. I think this is 4, you know. So maybe I should put this back to, yeah. Don't worry about that, but yeah. So that's the first 4. Every single other, that's another thing I like about this. There's the Nitro Grand Prix, the normal Grand Prix in this. So we got at least 2 stars. That's nice. That's okay. That's fine for me. But all the other tracks that we have here, right? And I'm not going to spoil all of them for people who maybe, you know, seeing this for the first time. We're going to experience that together. They do hope. So these are the Nitro and these are the Retro. At least show this first one. Every single cup in the Retro Grand Prix is from some older game. Because there's like 4 Mario Kart games before DS. This is Mario Kart 5. So yeah, they managed to fit GameCube tracks in here, Nintendo GameCube tracks. So the first one here is a Super NES track, and that's an Nintendo 64, GBA, and GameCube. Playing these are going to be really fun. So tell me what you think about the LCD, if I should go ahead and, you know, upscale again or return this to LCD and just play it through like that. Thank you for watching. This has been Mr. Pokemon 907. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Until next episode. Yeah, awesome.